Sports have been around for the longest time, whether that has been in the form of fighting in coliseums or spiking a ball in the gym. Sports has been a very essential form of entertainment to many people, and this stays true even through a medium such as anime. In fact, sports and anime have a lot more freedom in regards to storytelling, animation, and of course, the classic time freeze. Welcome to DoubleDollars, and today I will be listing down the top 10 must-watch sports anime. Before we begin, don't forget to drop a like, and if you want more anime top 10s like this one, then make sure to subscribe to the channel and stay up to date with my uploads. I try to avoid as many spoilers as possible, and my lists don't follow any particular order. So, with that aside, let's get right into the video. Number 10, Run with the Wind. This anime starts off when Kakeru Kurahara is chased away from a convenience store for shoplifting. Shaking off his pursuer, he runs into Haiji Kiyose, who's very impressed by Kakeru's agility and offers him a room at Chikusei So, a rundown apartment with 8 other students. Having no place to live at the moment, Kakeru reluctantly accepts the offer and soon learns that the apartment is actually the dormitory of the Kansei University Track Club. Haiji unveils his ultimate goal of participating in the Hakone Ekiden, one of the most prominent university marathon relay races in Japan. Unfortunately, all the residents apart from Haiji and Kakeru are complete running novices. To make matters worse, none of the residents are even remotely interested in being involved with Haiji's ridiculous plan. With only months before the deadline, the group will have to train harder than ever to be allowed to just stand at the start line. If you couldn't tell at a glance, this anime is made by many of the same people that animated Haikyuu, so you already know that the animation is going to be amazing. The story doesn't progress too slowly, and the emotional moments hit hard in the feels. If you want an anime about overcoming all odds, then this is one I highly recommend. Number 9, Yowamushi Pedal.
ここはシャドウ 20% 以上の激坂だ。
Sakamichi Onado is a cheerful otaku looking to join his new school's anime club. Unfortunately, the club has been disbanded, and he takes it upon himself to revive it by finding new students who are willing to join. Without much luck, Onoda decides to make a round trip to Akihabara on his old, bulky city bicycle, a weekly 56-mile ride he has been completing since 4th grade. This is when he meets his fellow first-year student Shinsuke Imaizumi, a cyclist who is using the school's steep incline for practice. Surprised by Onoda's ability to climb the hill with his type of bicycle, Imaizumi challenges him to a race, with the proposition of joining the anime club should Onoda win. This anime is a long one with 5 seasons, totaling to 112 episodes. There is a lot of character development and many different arcs that Onoda goes through. Along the way, we meet a ton of supporting characters, each with their own goals and ambitions. If you want something to binge on, then this is one you should watch. Number 8, Baby Steps.
時差ボケじゃないな。気持ちが高ぶっているんだ。いよいよ明日からアメリカでの練習が始まるから。ドキドキしてる場合じゃない。寝ないと。
We follow the diligent and methodical honors student Eiichiro Maruo, who decides to exercise more during the little free time he has available because he's worried about his health. He soon joins the Southern Tennis Club using a free trial that he is given. During his time at the club, he meets Natsu Takasaki, who is determined on becoming a professional tennis player due to her love for the sport, which is the complete opposite of Eiichiro, whose study-oriented life exists because he believes that is what he has to do, not because he enjoys it. However, his monotonous days come to an end as the more he plays tennis, the more he becomes fascinated by it. This anime is a story of what hard work and determination can get you. Eiichiro wasn't born with some physical advantage, but instead practiced and mastered the technical skills needed to catch up to the people who have played for longer. If you want a sport anime with a hint of romance, then this is one that I recommend.
あんなことを言ったんだ。マルオが簡単には勝たせてくれないって。
ただそう思ったからさ。だってあいつテニスやりだして2年目なんだぜ。
Number 7 Kuroko no Basket.
まだ落ちいや遅えよてか自分でもタイミング合わないほど放るって
Teiko Junior High School's basketball team is crowned champion 3 years in a row thanks to 5 outstanding players who were nicknamed the Generation of Miracles, whose breathtaking and unique skills left opposing teams in the dust. Wait a minute, why does that sound so familiar? Must be my imagination. After these players graduated, they went their separate ways and now consider each other as rivals. At Seirin High School, 2 newly recruited freshmen prove that they are not ordinary basketball players, Taiga Kagami and Tetsuya Kuroko. Although Kuroko is neither athletic nor able to score any points, his lack of presence makes it seem as though he is never there in the first place. For this reason alone, he was a member of Teiko's basketball team. This anime follows the journey of the team as they attempt to become the best Japanese high school team by winning the Inter-High Championship. This journey is no easy one, encountering many of the members of the Generation of Miracles along the way. If you want a sports with superhuman movements and abilities, then this one is a solid watch.
Ignite pass. Kai.
Number 6 Chihayafuru.
暑さ届かぬ室内で君の言葉の届く幸せ
Chihaya Ayase is a girl who spent most of her life simply supporting her sister in her modeling career. That changes when she meets a boy named Arata Wataya, a talented karuta player. Quick note for those who don't know what karuta is: in short, karuta is a card game that requires the player to listen to a poem being read and slap the corresponding card. This is an oversimplification and is mainly describing competitive karuta. Anyways, Arata believes that Chihaya has the potential to become a great player, and as Chihaya takes on a new dream of becoming Japan's best karuta player, she is soon separated from her friends. Now in high school, Chihaya is reunited with her childhood friend, Taichi Mashima, and they form the Mizusawa Karuta Club. With her teammates and friends supporting her, Chihaya strives to become the best karuta player in the world and one day be with Arata again. This anime is not your traditional American sport anime, and I feel like that some may not even consider this a sport. But this anime is great nonetheless. The anime does a good job of introducing the concept of what karuta is and how to play, while not making it seem like it's a simple game at all. If you're interested in karuta or just want a nice slice of life anime, then this one is a great watch.
集中をこじ開けて触る
Number 5 Megalo Box.
気に食わねえんだよ
We follow Junk Dog, an underground fighter of Megalo Box, which is an evolution of boxing that utilizes mechanical limbs known as gear to enhance the speed and power of its users. Why you would do that, I have no clue. Despite the young man's brimming potential as a boxer, he has to make a living off of throwing matches as dictated by his boss. However, this all changes when the Megalo Box champion Yuri enters his shabby ring under the guise of just another challenger. Taken out in a single round, Junkdog is left with a challenge, and he enters Megalonia, a tournament that will decide the strongest Megalo Boxer in the world. Having no name of his own, he takes on the name of Joe, as he begins to climb from the very bottom of the ranked list of fighters. With only 3 months left to qualify, Joe must face off against opponents the likes of which he has never fought in order to meet the challenge of his rival. This anime is just the perfect underdog story. Joe is literally your average Joe. He's raised in a poor area and makes ends meet by underground fights and eventually climbing his way to the top with his own hard work. Not to mention how the animators recreated the old feel of many animes such as Cowboy Bebop, Evangelion, and much, much more. Number 4, Slam Dunk. Hanamachi Sakuragi enrolls in Shohoku High, hoping to finally get a girlfriend and break his record of being rejected 50 times. His short temper and intimidating stature, however, leads to him being avoided by most students. One day, a girl named Haruko Akagi approaches him without any knowledge of his troublemaking ways and asks him if he likes basketball. Hanamichi immediately falls head over heels in love with her, and states that he likes basketball. She then leads him to the gymnasium where she asks if he can do a slam dunk. In an attempt to impress Haruko, he jumps, but overshoots instead and slams his head straight into the backboard. When Haruko informs the basketball team captain of his inhuman physical capabilities, he slowly finds himself drawn into the passion and competition of the sport he once hated. This anime is an old one, but don't let that stop you from watching this anime. The anime is mainly focused on the relationship between all the characters and using basketball as a medium to carry those feelings and emotions to a whole nother level. If you want a gritty, hype anime, then this is one that I suggest you watch.
Haruko-san.
Number 3, Hajime no Ippo. Ippo has been bullied his entire life, constantly running errands and being beaten up by his classmates. Ippo has always dreamed of changing himself, but never has the passion to act upon it. One day, in the midst of yet another bullying, Ippo is saved by Takamura Mamoru, who happens to be a boxer. Ippo faints from his injuries and is brought to the Kamagawa boxing gym. As he regains consciousness, he is awed and amazed at his new surroundings in the gym, though lacks the confidence to attempt anything. Takamura places a photo of Ippo's classmate on a punching bag and forces him to punch it. It is only then that Ippo feels something stir inside him and eventually asks Takamura to train him in boxing. This fateful encounter will change Ippo's life forever, as this is just the beginning of his journey to the top of the boxing world. His anime is legendary, and for good reason. Many people already will have seen this anime, but for the few that haven't, you need to watch it. Like last entry, the art style may be a little old, but don't let that stop you from enjoying this amazing anime.
全部てめえのせいか。当選者のね当選挑戦者がよみがえった。
Number 2, Ping Pong the Animation.
ヒーロー剣山ヒーロー剣山ヒーロー剣山そうすりゃオイラがやってくる。
ちょっと通してください。選手が出ます。
ピンポン星からやってくる。シャー
The hero appears, the hero appears, the hero appears. Chant these words in your mind and I'll surely come to you. That mantra is what Makoto Tsukimoto repeats as a source of motivation when he fights through the stress of not only ping pong matches, but also in situations of his daily life. Makoto doesn't fight alone though. He and his friend Yukitaka Hoshino, nicknamed Smile and Peko respectively, are two boys who have grown up playing ping pong together nearly every day. Peko, filled with confidence, aims to be the best table tennis player in the world, while Smile on the other hand shows little ambition. Even then, the two have always stuck together, with a bond built upon their mutual love for this sport. And every year, students all across Japan gather for the Inter-High table tennis competition. This anime is the most real anime I can think of. It conveys a real message about dreams, ambitions, goals, and it takes a very unorthodox method of presenting these themes to the viewer. And I feel like Ping Pong is one anime that will be very hard to come by again, just by how unique it is, both in a storytelling perspective and a visual one.
自己是多么的弱小，多么的无能。
Number 1, Haikyuu. Inspired after watching The Little Giant in action, Hinata Shoyo revives the volleyball club at his middle school. The newly formed team even makes it to a tournament. However, their first match turns out to be their last, when they are brutally squashed by Kageyama Tobio. Hinata vows to surpass Kageyama, and so after graduating from middle school, he joins Karasuno High School's volleyball team, only to find that Kageyama is now his teammate. Due to his height, Hinata struggles to find his role on the team, even with his superior jumping power. Surprisingly, Kageyama has his own problems that only Hinata can help with, and learning to work together appears to be the only way for the team to be successful. This anime needs little to no introduction, although if you are one of the few that haven't seen it yet, then this one is a must-watch even if you don't necessarily have any interest in the sport. Everything from the music to the character design is amazing and has moments where it just gives you shivers. And that is the list. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read as many as I can as long as there isn't too many. Like always, if you liked this video, then hit the like button, and if you loved it, then consider subscribing to keep up with my uploads. And if you watched until the very end, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.